Tonight we'll make a typical appetizer from my hometown, Melanzane funghetto, or small cut eggplant with tomato and garlic. 500 grams of eggplants, 200 grams of cherry tomatoes or Pachino ideally, few leaves of basil, couple of cloves of garlic, a lot of olive oil, you will see later on, and salt and pepper. We want to cut them in cubes. 3-finger rule, this type of size. Eggplants are notorious for their bitterness, and so after you cut them like this, you put them in a colander, you put a bit of salt on the top and let it rest for 30 minutes. Cut the tomatoes, very simply, just in half. You cook the eggplant in abundant oil, and when they get this golden color, you take them out, try to leave as much oil into the pan as possible. We put on some absorbent paper to dry the extra oil. Here are the eggplant resting and drying up. The last batch cooking. Okay, now that I have finished to cook the eggplant, I throw away most of the oil. I just kept 2 spoons, and I put the garlic. And now we'll add the tomatoes. Okay, we let them cook a bit until we see they become soft and orangey. In the meantime, you see the eggplants are all like that, drying, and we're going to use some paper to take the extra oil. Put the paper on top and press. Don't squash them, be gentle. So I've used roughly 6 sheets of paper to absorb the extra oil. So that's how they look now. Tomatoes, still quite hard. Now what you do, you want to squish them a little bit. Be careful with the oil. They're still too hard, maybe a little bit, as they get softer. Try to squish them. Tomatoes are ready in my view. So I'll add the basil. I already put salt, don't forget. And now I will add also the eggplant. So you toast together for a minute, and that's it. And we just finish it up. We add a bit of olive oil raw, and ready to serve. Impiattiamo. Melanzane a funghetto. Bellissime, shining. And for the extra pleasure, spread some on a brioche bread, like this Honolulu bread. Amazing, the softness of the bread with the richness of these veggies, unbelievable. Bon appetit!